Hey, today I've got 4 no-brainer hacks to generate you listings. Hey, it's Tom Ferry. If you had to get a listing in the next week, what actions would you take? Well, that's what I want to cover today on the show. I reached out to a couple of my top coaches, Jason Pantana, who runs our Marketing Edge event, and I asked a bunch of these guys and gals, what are your best hacks? Like, what are the little things that you're doing right now that you almost don't want anyone else to know? I'm gonna give you that today. You ready? Get your pen out, get ready to write. Listen to this one 3 or 4 times, it's gonna be good. The first thing they said, for the absolute no-brainer, as in no brain required, you with me on this? No brain required, is you leverage one of your buyers who absolutely is committed to buy, wants to buy, qualified, ready to go, approved, all cash, and they've written an offer or two and it didn't get accepted. That kind of buyer. What you're gonna do is you're gonna identify, step 1, the neighborhood they most wanna buy in. The 60, 70, 80, 200 home subdivision, building, whatever it may be, that they want to live in. Number 2, you're going to hand address and hand stamp every one of the pieces. Now here's the catch, no company logo, no company logo, no company logo. Hand addressed, hand stamped, and if you want to kill it, put a birthday cake stamp. Put a wedding cake stamp on it, have it on a small envelope, have it be cream colored, and guess what? That baby's gonna get opened, and that's 90% of the game, just getting your message to the right target audience. So we select the list. These are the homes I want to mail it to. We're gonna deliver it in a hand addressed, hand stamped, right? Hand addressed, hand stamped letter inside. When they open it up thinking, oh my goodness, what wedding am I being invited to, or who's having a birthday? They get a letter that says, dear neighbor, I'm representing a client who's interested in buying your home. Now, the more specific you give them, a 4-bedroom, 3-bath with the more specific, the better. Just be mindful if you're sending to a subdivision of multiple types of properties, so you know the game. You write in, they're all cash, or they're approved by Bank X, and they recently lost out on a home that they really wanted to buy. We've identified your property as the ideal home for them. Now here's the hook, you ready? Would you consider a 1-day listing? Whoa, would you consider a 1-day listing? Now can I remind you that we live in the on-demand environment, right? You go to Netflix, you want to watch it right now, right? You go to Amazon, you want it right now. There is a percentage of customers out there that don't want the sign in the yard, but they've had thoughts of selling. This is a way to hook that person in and to get in the door and have a conversation. So again, right? I'm representing a client, they're a buyer, pre-qualified, ready to go by Bank X or Y, they're all cash, you give them some details, they desperately want to live in your neighborhood, name the neighborhood, specifics. They want to live in Irvine Terrace on the Ocean View side, like be specific about it. Here's my question, would you consider a 1-day listing just for my buyer to see it? Would you consider a 1-day listing just for my buyer to see it? And then guess what, my friends? You sit back and you let the phone ring. Now, I got to give a little shout out. Jeff Mays, one of our coaches who sent this over, said, hey Tom, my client Janine Bear, Coal Banker in Idaho, big shout out to you, sent out 60 letters, only got 5 phone calls. Sent out 60 letters, only got 5 phone calls. Hello. Got a listing and sold it. Hello. Made an $8,000 commission on a $100 marketing spend. Now, I don't know about you, but if I said, hey, give me $100 and I'll give you $8,000, you'd be like, here's $100, and I give you $8,000. You'd be like, oh, here's another $100. I give you another $8,000. You're like, here's $200. I give you $16,000. That's called 100% no brain required. You with me on this? So that's listing attraction hack number 1. Number 2, get ready. On Instagram, you're gonna do a, matter of fact, I did it on my poll already as a test. You're gonna have to go back and maybe find it. You're gonna go onto your Instagram stories being the key, because we're gonna use the live polling on Instagram stories, and you're gonna ask this question. Are you living in your dream home now? Use the polling tab where it says yes or no, and let them hit yes or no. Are you living in your dream home now? Yes or no? People love polls. You see the action on those all the time on your Instagram story. They're like yes or no. Interesting. Then they go to the next one and it says, Have you had any thoughts of selling in 2018 or 2019? Yes or no? Now, for some of us that are paying attention to Instagram and the amount of eyeballs that are there and how important stories are today on Facebook, or excuse me, on Instagram, you know this is 100% no brain required and probably something you'll run maybe every quarter, maybe every 4 months, because it's that good and that simple. So that's the second hack. Number 3, if you really want to get some listings with no brain required, write down the following. You ready? Jason Pantana, who runs our Marketing Edge event, by the way, selling out every single day. Shout out to Jason and all of our clients that really want to stand out by attending that Marketing Edge event. He said one of the things our clients are doing right now, they take a business card and a little yellow sticky note, and on every one of the sticky notes, they write down the following. Now pay attention, you ready? Call me about your house. So Mark, literally like their card, yellow sticky note, call me about the house, and you put it right near the door, right? Like maybe right near the doorknob, and you stick it there. Call me about your house. That's all it says. Call me about your house and your card. Now, you do this to 100 homes. When they call you, what do? Hey, thanks so much for calling. I'm actually representing a buyer right now who desperately wants to live in your neighborhood, and I just had to reach out, being aggressive for my customer to find out, have you had any thoughts of selling? Have you had any thoughts of selling? It is a no-brainer. Now, I can spend an hour going through the psychology of why that's effective, the marketing angle behind it, the hook behind it, what do they mean? Call me about your house. Like, what? Call me about your house? Okay, sure, like is something wrong, right? You may get a few of those phone calls. And when they respond and they're like, hey, you said call me about the house, you're like, hey, thank you so much. I'm representing this buyer. Some will be excited, some won't care. Some, this is just the trigger they needed because they've been thinking about selling their home. And guess what? You just got an opportunity direct from the Tom Ferry Show. But that's number 3. I got one more, a little more advanced, so consider the following. Do you know the company Sly Broadcast? S-L-Y Broadcast. What this company does is it allows you to record a voicemail and send it to people directly into their voicemail. This is not the phone rings and they hear, hello, I'm a real estate agent. No, instead, it goes right to their voicemail. So you could literally send out, I want to give you the numbers, you could send out for $100 a month, 2,000 voicemail messages. Now, we have lots of clients doing this. You heard one of our clients talk about this last year at the summit. We talked about it at Tom X, where she did this for the first time. I'm representing an all-cash buyer who would like to buy a home in your neighborhood. We just missed out on another opportunity down the street from you. Would you call me today at, and she gives her number, and she took that voicemail, and I think she sent it out to 2,000 people at once. And then after 172 phone calls back in the first 24 hours, she said, whoa, maybe I had to do it in smaller increments. So my advice for you is if you're gonna check this one out, make sure you start small and get ready for the phone to ring. So you leave a cool voicemail. Hey, it's Tom Ferry with Banana Real Estate. I'm representing a buyer right now, and I gotta tell you, they are a wonderful couple. They're desperate to live in Banana, in Banana community. And we've already actually written an offer. They got beat out by an investor. They're a nice family. They wanna live in your neighborhood. I'm just asking, if you've had any thoughts of selling, could you please give me a call? Now notice how I did that voicemail. It wasn't perfect. You with me? It was authentic. It's like, hey, I'm just reaching out. I'm representing this client and they desperately want to live in your area and they recently lost out on another home, right near you. And I know this is strange on a voicemail, but gosh, if you've had any thoughts of selling, could you call me at 555-1212? Even if it was just for a one-day listing because you were thinking about it, and if the stars and the moons aligned and the price was perfect, that you would move, just call me, 555-1212. I would actually do that voicemail. I loved how kind of authentic and real that was. And then they sent it out to 100 homes, 200 homes, 1,000 homes, cell phones, whatever you got, doesn't make a difference. But here's the thing, you ready? How much brains does it require to leave a voicemail and have it sent to all those homes? 100% no brain required. I gave you the script. It'll be on the blog on tomferry.com. So if you're watching on YouTube, go back to tomferry.com and that entire script will be in the blog looking at my extraordinary writer, Mark. All right. So that's what I got. That's what I wanted to share with you. My hope is always the same, that you take massive action, that you absolutely implement at least one thing from this show to generate more listings, to solve the crisis in your market, and ultimately help another buyer buy their dream home. Thanks so much for watching. Remember, always your strategy matters, and now more than ever, your passion absolutely rules. Take care. Hey, it's Coach Tom Ferry. Have you been considering hiring a coach? If so, click the link below and check out what we do.